YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with the last 7-round NFL mock draft for the New England Patriots. There's a process getting all these out, but we're finally there. We have position rankings to do. We have our final mocks, different style mocks, trade scenarios, a couple live streams we want to do, and then live during the draft, of course, April 25th. We start at 6:30, and then we're live throughout the draft on the 25th. Right here on YouTube. Live reactions, predictions. Can't wait. Favorite day of the year. Hopefully you can join us. 20K is our subscriber goal. Please help us get there. Support's been great. Like button, notification button is key to help us out. We appreciate you guys very much. On to the Patriots. Went with maybe a little bit of a wild card here. Hakeem Butler, receiver from Iowa State. I think this is what they're missing. And they know this is what they're missing. This style of receiver. We know it fits them a little more, but they have those guys. They have some of those guys. They can definitely use another shifty receiver, for the underneath routes. But they know this is what they need because they traded for Josh Gordon, and you can't really trust him to be on the field still. So get another version of him and Hakeem Butler, and that changes this team. You need to bring a different, different style to this offense a little. You don't need to change it, but you bring something else to this offense, because you're trying to win as many Super Bowls as you can here, so bring something different here, and Hakeem Butler is that. I do worry about his drops a little bit, but he's a freakish talent with a lot of upside, and he's fast. For a big guy, for a 6'5" guy, he's pretty fast. So you don't see guys like this every day is what I'm getting at. So I would like for them to do this. They may go for, maybe more of a shifty guy, but I have a late round 1 grade on Hakeem Butler, so we'll see if they do it. Round 2, Irv Smith. There's all this talk about them getting Irv Smith in round 1. Maybe they do it. I think he's more of a round 2 guy. That's just me. So this is, in my opinion, a grade A mock, but realistic. So it's not really what I would do. It's just, I think, realistic, but grade A in my opinion. So Irv Smith, I think they can get with their earlier second-round pick. But even if they get Dawson Knox or Jay Sternberg a little later, no big deal. Moving on to their other second-round pick, Kenan Sinan from Western Illinois. I think they'll like him a lot. A guy that has pass rush experience, but he's going to be a D tackle on their defense, and they'll like that. Freak guy. For a big guy, he's freakish athlete, obviously. So gets after the quarterback and stops the run. It's a guy they'll like. They'll need a couple of D linemen, whether they're interior or, defensive ends, and their defense losing Trey Flowers out there. So we will see what they do. But I like Saunders for them. Next pick, 3rd round, Jarrett Stidham from Auburn. I've been saying for months and months, Ryan Finley, Jarrett Stidham, I like them both for the Patriots a lot. They both fit the Patriots. I really had to pick one here. Stidham has more upside, and the arm strength. Stidham has a little more arm strength. He had some overthrows, really, which isn't good but can be fixed, and the Patriots can simplify the game for him for the future. Auburn, it actually, honestly, New England might be easier for him to run than Auburn, and that's crazy. And that's why I like Stidham, and I think the Patriots will too, but I think they'll like Finley as well. So they can grab Stidham here in the 3rd round, future quarterback for them with a ton of upside. Not ready to play right away, but that's okay because Tom Brady's still there. And next pick, Joe Jackson, 3rd round defensive end from Miami. Again, they need a defensive end, they need a pass rusher, and Joe Jackson is a guy that fits their defense here in the 3rd round. Start getting thin on the pass rush that actually fits your defense, either defense you got at this point. So you got to grab your guy. Joe Jackson's a good 3rd round pick and can step up for them right away. Next pick, David Edwards, offensive line from Wisconsin. Tackle experience. Could possibly move on into guard, but it's really depth at this point because you do have very solid starters. You really got no depth, and the Patriots are smart. They will have the right depth. Isaiah Wynn got hurt last year before he even got to play. I like him a lot, but they will make sure they have the proper depth. That's why they're as successful as they are. So they'll get it done here, and they'll find steals here. They don't really necessarily have to get one early. They can, and they'll get a guy like David Edwards around here, and he'll end up being good. Next pick, Deontay Johnson, wide receiver from Toledo. He's soaring up boards, and I like him a lot. Great route runner, very quick, can catch, can run after the catch, can return. He's a little Stephon Diggs-like. The first time I put on the tape months ago on him, I kind of thought that, and I see other people trying to say it too, but not quite Stephon Diggs, but you can see with the footwork, the quickness, that's where I see similarities. Same body type too. So he's going to be, I'm pretty firm on him in the 4th round, but the receiver talent is ridiculous. So maybe he slides back to the 5th, but in terms of his talent, 4th is a great pick. And a normal receiver class, he'd probably be second or third. It's just maybe one of the better ones of all time. So Deontay Johnson, they grab here. They get a Keem Butler for the outside. Deontay Johnson is the shifty guy that can play both inside and outside. Next pick, Jordan Miller, the corner from Washington here in the 6th round. He's not getting not a lot of love because not enough love because Byron Murphy on the other side. Jordan Miller is a lockdown guy as well, and the Patriots need some depth. I do like J.C. Jackson, who gets on the field a lot, even though he's not really listed as a starter. McCourty, not much longer left for him, so it's really the future is Stephon Gilmore, who could be the best corner in football he was last year, and J.C. Jackson. So you definitely need another guy there, and that Washington secondary was scary good. So Jordan Miller not getting enough love. For some reason I can't say that, but he's got a ton of upside here. So he'll be a damn good pick in the 6th round. Next pick, Javon Wesco. So they grab another tight end here. Here's the ultimate blocking tight end of the draft. So you lose Gronk, pretty much the best tight end all around, not just catching the ball, not just after the catch, blocking too. So they get Irv Smith, who can block, but he's more the receiving tight end, and they get the guy that can block. They have a couple tight ends on the roster, but you get better here with those two. So Wesco, he's going to be a pretty good 7th round pick. These every year, the blocking tight ends have the most upside. Maybe out of not just the tight ends, maybe out of the whole, every position, the blocking tight ends, because you can develop them. They can block. If you can develop them into a pass catcher, a good one, scary upside. So guys like Wesco, he might be the best blocker in this group. You got Hawkins at the top that can do everything. So maybe the Patriots have the picks to move up. So maybe that's a team that can move up for Hawkinson for sure. Wesco, excellent blocker, makes sense for the Patriots. Bunch of 7th round picks here for the Patriots. Joe Lowry from Ohio, another sleeper. It doesn't give up pressure, can run block very well. It's guard depth at this point, but you can see him in the future being a starter for the Patriots if they need him to. Like I said, they have the starters. They need depth, and they're smart about getting it. Michael Dogby, another underrated guy. I view as either a 3-4 end, or I think he can slide into 4-3 D tackle, which would be in this case, but he needs some time to develop that. Similar to Jalen Holmes last year from Ohio State, that's my comparison. A little bigger, and I think has better potential sliding the D tackle, even though Holmes did it too. So I like Dogby for the Patriots here. A lot of upside for him, but could use some work. If he goes to a 3-4 team, could play right away. And then another sleeper, Raheem Bingham from Arkansas State. Had the production, didn't go against the best talent. I view him as a 4-3 DN, so they grab one for depth here, not a whole bunch of depth. Lost Flowers, cut Claiborne. So, a lot of picks here. I expect them to move up. No trades in these, but we'll have some final mocks. One with me predicting a pick, one with me playing GM, one with a couple of the other guys on the Goat House, them playing GM too. Trade scenarios, a whole bunch of stuff I got to do here. Can't wait for all that, and then we'll be live a couple times before the draft to do Q&A, something with the other guys at the Goat House too. We got plans, and then live during the draft, so hopefully you can join us for all that. That's it with 7-round mocks. So it was a lot of work doing all those, but I really enjoy doing it. Here, draft is the best time of the year for the Goat House. So, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching all these. Plenty more to come. Goodbye.